This is Aaron. Just wanted to bring you online and discuss this temporary buy down product we have. If I were purchasing a home, this is what I would utilize. It just really gets the best of both worlds between the temporary buy down, being able to lower your payment,
Okay.
and also being able to utilize those funds in the future if and when rates come down and the numbers make sense. So I'm getting a lot of questions, and they seem to be the same themes in the questions. So I just wanted to bring you online and kind of show some charts here and numbers and go over the questions you have to help really clarify why this is such a good deal.
Okay. So what is it?
So what it is you take seller paid contributions. Okay, the seller can reduce their net proceeds at closing and give you money towards your closing cost. Okay, what we're doing with that money is we're going to subsidize your mortgage payment for the first 3 years. So right now we're at 6.875. For the first 12 months, you'd be at 3.875. For payments 13 through 24, you'd be at 4.875. For payments 25 to 36 for the last of the 3 years, you would be at 5.875 before going back to the market rate of 6.875. Okay. If I share my screen with you over here, looking at it over here, you can see the numbers on here with the monthly savings. Right in the first month, your payment is $724 less. Okay. And then the second year, $495 less. And what that is it's just taking that $17,000 up front and it's dispersing it on a monthly basis. Every payment, it reduces that escrow balance, right?
Okay.
Do you kind of understand where we're going with this?
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess what about taking that $17,000 and just putting it towards like a permanent buy down?
Well, looking at that, we could look at the numbers and see what that does. Let's see here. If you go to this, let's take a look at this screen over here. So on a permanent buy down, let's say if you wanted to take it from 6.875, okay, and buy down a full percentage point to 5.875.
Yeah.
That's gonna, if I look at my pricing today, so going from here at 6.875, principal and interest is $25.48 a month. Okay. Going down, and that's at a point, I'm eating that 7/8 there, at 0.875. So you're at 1% in point fees. Okay. If we go down to 5.875, then you're around, if I still eat a point and a half, 0.8 there to get you to 4.5 points, that would come out to $17,460. So roughly the same amount as your temporary buy down, but look at your principal and interest payment, right? It goes from, if you look at it right here, $25.48 down to $22.95. So that is a monthly savings of $253. Okay. So you divide that monthly savings by the upfront cost of $17,460, and your break even would be 68 months. Meaning you would have to pay 68 payments before you make up the $17,000. You're saving $250 a month less, but in order to make or recoup the entire $17,460, you'd have to make 68 payments, which it's almost 6 years, right? So we're expecting worst case scenario, 24 to 36 months, interest rates come down, which the temporary buy down really covers you in that case. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Yeah. What about taking that $17,000 and just reducing the purchase price by that? If they're willing to give me the 17, can we just reduce the purchase price by 17?
Yeah, so let's say instead of financing 388, we come down from maybe, from 485 down to, on the purchase price, down to 470. So if you just look at a mortgage calculator here on 468, so roughly $17,000, or let's call it That would be this is $20,000 less than your current loan amount, right?
Okay.
And that's 2417 compared to what your payment is right now at 2548. So that
Okay.
$17,000 lowers your payment about let's call it $130 a month,
All right.
which would take you about, if we did that, you're looking at maybe a 6-year break even on that. So it doesn't have that big of an impact compared to the temporary buy down where you're looking at $724 the first year. The great
Okay.
thing about that is too, right, is each month that escrow balance for the temporary buy down is reduced. So let's say if rates come down in 12 months, well, then you have a ton of money sitting in that escrow account. Let's say over here, if you just look at the screen. So for the first year, that 17,000 is going to be drained pretty significantly, right? Let's say 8,400 right there in the first year's taken out. So after the first year, you still have roughly $5,000 in the second year and roughly $3,000 in the third year. So even if you were almost out of the second year and your rate was about to go to 5.875 here,
Mm-hmm.
you still have over $3,000, $4,000 in that escrow account that you can use directly towards the cost of refinancing, right? Whether we buy down the rate at that point in time permanently using that money or just pay for the title appraisal if we need it and our fees, which are about $1,600. So a lot of lenders out there say, hey, refinancing's free. We'll refinance you for free. Well, they can price that in, right? But it's not free. You still have to pay the title policy, right? They could give you a credit to offset that fee. But it's coming from somewhere, right? So
Okay. Well, it sounds like a great program, man. Let's go ahead and stick with the 3-2-1 and go from there.
sounds good, man. I appreciate your time and thanks for coming online with me.
Yeah. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Scott. Bye.